If you've been feeling drawn to the idea of past life regression, or you're just curious about how it all works, this video is for you. My name is Pam Jones. I'm a certified hypnotherapist and a past life regression specialist. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through what past life regression actually is and what it's not. Also, what a session with me is like, and how I guide you through a past life regression step by step. And how to know also if you're ready for a past life regression and the easiest way for you to begin. And also, if you prefer reading, I have something that could save you some time. I have this past life pathway guide that has everything that you need in this video in written form, so you can read it for yourself. And it's great to refer back to that later if you have any questions that you might have missed in the video. And there's a link below to go ahead and download that. So let's begin with what brings most people to past life regression, because you may have felt that you have this strange connection to something in your life, or some sort of emotion that you can't explain, or a repeating pattern in your life. You may feel that there's something that you're here to remember, or that there's a purpose to your life that you just haven't quite nailed down what that is yet. And so, past life regression isn't really just about escaping the present life that you're in now, but it's about really understanding more about who you are and where you came from. So, it's a tool that really helps to connect the dots between who you've been in a past life and who you are now and who you're becoming. So you might even be wondering what exactly is a past life regression. And so I just want to quickly explain that it's a guided process that uses hypnosis that helps you access any impressions or memories or emotions that may stem from a past life. And for some people, this can feel very vivid and familiar, kind of like a real memory. But for others, it's more like a symbolic, dreamlike experience. So either way, the insight that you get from a past life is deeply meaningful, especially if you've already tried other types of mindset work and something is just lingering that still doesn't make sense. So it's about exploring what your subconscious memories are surrounding a past life and is ready for you to remember in your conscious life. And for many people, it's just fascinating. It's very fascinating, but it's not just fascinating. It's also like gives you more clarity to your current life. So you have more direction and you can understand why you have certain patterns happening in your life, or you just feel like something's missing. You can learn from a past life why that might be. So now let's talk about how it actually works. So when you get hypnotized, it's nothing like you may have seen on a comedy hypnosis show or on TV or in a movie or something. It's nothing to be worried about. Most clients haven't been hypnotized yet, most clients that work with me. And so it's completely normal to feel a little unsure about the process. So I just want to explain that a little bit more. So hypnosis is a completely natural state that your brain is already used to because it's what happens naturally every day. So, for example, if you are daydreaming or you're feeling lost in thought on something, you're driving down the road and you miss your exit, that is actually a normal, natural state of hypnosis because your brain waves have slowed down. So, right now we're using our beta brain waves, but when you go into that dreamy, drowsy state right before you fall asleep at night and your brain waves slow down into that alpha theta state, that's just a natural state of hypnosis. So, hypnosis is going to feel familiar to you because you do experience it every night before you fall asleep, right before you fall asleep, and again when you wake up in the morning. So, it's just that natural slowing down of the brain waves. So, you're not going to be asleep. You're also not going to be under my control or anyone else's control. You're not going to tell me secrets that you wouldn't tell me otherwise. You're just going to be more focused inwardly, and your subconscious is going to be open. And that's what makes it so powerful for past life memories, is that in this state of hypnosis, you can bring those past life memories back to the surface. So, these memories are different for how they come forward for most people. So for some people, it actually is like a vivid image, like you're watching a movie. But for other people, it's more like a subtle feeling, or you might even see some symbols, or you might hear things. You will use all of your senses while you are in a past life regression. It could even be like an inner knowing, just you know something. Um, and you don't have to feel like there's any pressure to do anything perfectly. And you don't even need to believe in reincarnation for it to work. Just stay curious and just let the process, trust the process, essentially. So now that you know what to expect from hypnosis, let me show you a little bit more how my sessions work. I created the past life pathway, which is the safest and most supportive way to explore your past lives for the first time. So this is really for the first timers out there. Instead of jumping straight into a past life regression, I take you through a 3 session journey that prepares your subconscious, your body, and your mind to access those past life memories. And here's how it works. So I have the 3 sessions. The first session is the gateway session, is what I call it. And this is a peaceful hypnotherapy guided imagery session where you're going to create a safe, grounded inner space. And this helps to allow you to get used to the process of hypnosis, to see what it's like to work with me, but also you will get that nice, grounded, inner safe place within you that you can go to anytime. And that alone is very therapeutic. And it will also get you used to what imagery is like, what it's like to visualize while you're in hypnosis or to sense things. And you're going to build out this inner sanctuary in your mind while in hypnosis. And so that's what we do in the first session. That's the gateway. And in the second session is called the messenger. And this session is extremely powerful and therapeutic in and of itself as well. And this is when you meet a symbolic or intuitive guide. This could also be someone, your own inner guide. It could be an animal. It could be a spirit guide. It could be a loved one who has passed on. It's anyone that offers you wisdom, who's always there for you, who is there to reassure you and be with you and give you the messages that you need at the right time. And so you're going to meet this symbolic intuitive guide and in the second session, and you're going to have a conversation with this wise one is another way to word it. So in that process, again, you're going to be in this session, you'll be speaking out loud to me as I ask you some open-ended questions about what you're sensing and feeling and hearing as you're talking to your spirit or your wise one and your intuitive guide. And so that also will help to get you used to the process of preparing you for the past life regression, which is what we do in the third session. So the third session is your actual past life regression session. And this is a full past life regression session where we explore a past life and what it had to teach you. And we go through the entire life from, you go into at a certain point in that lifetime and you progress, and you could go to different times within that lifetime during the session. And then I take you to the actual ending of that life, and you rise above that life, and you actually go into the spirit realm in between lives, where you may meet some other beings that are there for you in the spirit realm and get even more insights in there before we close out that session. So each session that I do is on Zoom, just like this. So you're going to see me on camera just like this, and you're going to be in the comfort of your home. You'll receive a video, or not a video, I'm sorry. You will receive a recording of your session, like an MP3 audio file. And so you'll be able to listen to your past life regression again and again, just to, you may not remember everything that you said or what happened during the session, or you can just listen to it to reflect on it. So you're going to have that to keep afterwards. So you might now be wondering about what some other people's experiences are. So I do want to share one of my clients' stories, and she gave me permission to share this. And I thought it was really powerful. And I really enjoyed working with her and I found her inspiring. And her name is Natalie. And she came to me for past life regression because she was wondering if she could bring back knowledge from a past life. She had been told that she was a healer in many of her previous lifetimes. Um, as she had met with some intuitive healers who told her that she used to be a healer in her past lives, but she just didn't really feel comfortable with becoming a healer in this life. And she wanted to pursue a business as a healer, but she just didn't fully feel like that was who she was. And I think she wanted to see if that was true by doing a past life regression, what she had heard from these intuitive healers that she had been working with. And so she had been in her regression. She went back to many different lifetimes. And in those lifetimes, every single lifetime, she was a healer in a different way, shape, or form. It was different every time. Um, and that was very powerful for her. And so she saw herself in these healing roles over and over and over again. And after we did multiple of these regressions, she began to intuitively start sensing that energy inside of her growing. And she was able to support other people in ways that she never had before. And one day she told me, she said, it felt like I had downloaded a database of knowledge during hypnosis and that it gave her the confidence to pursue that business as a healer. And so that's what this work can do. It can give you more insight on perhaps what your actual purpose is, or give you the confidence to pursue something that perhaps you didn't feel comfortable pursuing because you now realize that that's who you are and that's what you should be doing. It doesn't always come with fireworks like that, but whatever comes to you is healing and inspiring, and it plants something inside you that you can allow to unfold in your current life. So that's the idea here, is that you can take what you learn in a past life or several past life regressions like Natalie did, and you will be able to improve your current life. So it's not just about going into the past, it's also about improving and creating a more purpose-filled and, happy, enjoyable life for yourself and your family. And so before we wrap up this video, I also want to answer some common questions that I get. People who are, I get these from people who are curious about past life regression and they're unsure if it's for them. And one of the main questions that people ask me is, what if it is just my imagination? This is one of almost everybody has this question. And it's true that your imagination is one of the ways that your subconscious mind speaks to you in hypnosis, but that doesn't mean that it's less real. It actually makes it more powerful. Because what you experience in past life regression, whether it's symbolic or vivid, it's coming from your subconscious, it's coming from your mind, and you'll know what's meaningful. You don't need to overanalyze it. You will feel what's true. It's something that your subconscious wants to make conscious. So that is a therapeutic process. It's something that your subconscious mind wants you to know consciously, and so you can use that information. Even if it is your imagination, it's still coming from your subconscious, and your subconscious sees things in images. So another common question I get is people are worried that they're going to relive traumas. Um, so they want to know if they're going to have to relive some traumatic event from a past life. And I just want to reassure you that you're always in control. Um, I will guide you throughout the past life journey, and nothing is ever forced. Um, but if you ever experience anything that was traumatic, all we would do is we would bring in your wise one, the one that you have the conversation with in our second session of the past life pathway. Or we would have you rise above that experience and bring you to a different point in that lifetime so that it's not traumatic for you. And you're always in control again. So if there's anything that you're not feeling comfortable with, you can always let me know and we'll move you to a different time in that lifetime. And most people find the experience completely calming. You can also watch it like you're watching a movie, so you don't need to necessarily be in the experience, which can kind of make it a little less a little less impactful for you. So you could look at it like from a movie if you're feeling like it's a little too intense. And so it's something that a lot of people are worried about, but the goal is just to understand perhaps what happened in a past life and then to just release it and let it go. Another common worry that people have is that what if nothing comes up? So this is a really valid concern, and that's why I created the three-step pathway. So those first two sessions are going to help you feel safe and open so that by the time we reach your past life regression session, you're already prepared, you're already used to the process. It's going to be much, much easier for you. I will, if for some reason you don't see any sort of a past life doesn't come to the surface during your past life regression session, I will just guide you through a symbolic imagery journey instead. So you're still going to receive meaningful healing session. And so it's never a wasted session. You're still going to get a very powerful healing session out of it. And so if you are concerned that, past life regression goes against your religion, many people ask, does it go against my religion? Um, I'd say that this work doesn't ask you to believe in any type of religion or ask you to believe in reincarnation, even. It's just inviting you to explore whatever it is that your subconscious mind has to reveal to you, whatever your subconscious wants to bring into your conscious mind. And so I work with people from many different religious backgrounds or spiritual backgrounds, and I feel that it just enhances their beliefs. It doesn't contradict them. Okay, and then one other question that some people have is it safe or will I remember everything? And yes, as we already talked about, hypnosis is a natural, relaxed state that you go through every single day. It's just like when you're drifting off to sleep, very similar to that. So you're going to be fully aware the whole time. You're going to be in control. So yes, it's very safe. And as far as remembering your session, most people do remember it, but I'll also send you that MP3 recording so you can listen to it again and listen to everything that was said during the process. Anything you might have forgot, you'll be able to hear it again. So, if you're ready to explore your past lives, I invite you to book the Past Life Pathway, which is in the link below this video. And again, this is my signature 3 session journey for first time clients. It helps you feel safe and open and ready to open past lives. And if you've already worked with me before, or if you've already done past life in the past and you feel comfortable with past life regression, you can jump right into a single past life regression session with me. Or I also have a many lives package, which allows you to explore many different lifetimes. So you can just visit the links below to book those. If you do have more questions, you can reach me by email. I'll put my email below as well. And I look forward to working with you. I think that past life regression is a very powerful healing process. And I think that it's one of the most important things that all of us can do is find out why we're truly here. And I hope to guide you into a past life regression soon. Thank you.